Everybody, good evening. Good evening. It is 8 o'clock in the United Kingdom. How is everyone today? We will be doing our usual A2 to C2 words. I'm just waiting to see who's going to pop in and learn some insightful English. How are you doing? Everyone is being notified that we are live, so we're just going to wait for some more people to come in. How is everyone doing today? Carlos is here. Hello, Carlos. You're right, matey. You're right, Andy. How are you? How's everybody today? How has your day been? Soon it will be the weekend. It comes around very quickly. How is everyone? Hello, B. William. How are you? Hello, Mild. Hello. This is a channel all about learning English as an additional language for adults. And today we are going to be learning A2 to C2 words all about the countryside, okay? All about the countryside. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I've been painting, doing lots of painting today. Hello, Anchor, how are you? How is everyone doing today? I will ask my usual question in a moment. We're just waiting for more people to funnel in, okay? Welcome, everybody. What we do on these lives is we learn English and we define certain words, we put them in sentences and make sense of them. And the good news is a couple of these words we've actually done in previous lives, okay? If you are interested in learning English as an additional language as an adult, then follow my channel. Welcome from Thailand, superb. I will ask everybody now. I'm a native speaker from England. Where are you all from? Where is everybody from? And thank you for sharing the live. More people can come join us. Where's everybody from today? I am from England. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Where is everyone from? Let me know. Write it in the comment section so I can say hello. Oh, the Ivory Coast. Awesome. Colombia, welcome. Belgium, beautiful. Hello, Casia, sorry. Where is everyone from today? Let me welcome you. France, superb. Lovely. Where's everybody from today? We are going to be discussing the countryside and learning some English. Montenegro, superb, excellent. London, Poland, superb. Where's everybody from? I wish I watched this translation, but I need to sleep. Oh, don't worry. Okay, don't worry. I'll put it on YouTube. Okay, I'll put it on YouTube for you, just because you're awesome. All right. Italy, welcome. The countryside. Yeah, we all love the countryside. Thanks, Anna, for sharing. That's awesome. And we will begin in a moment. Just let me know where you're all from. It's 8:01, 2 now, so we'll begin in a moment. Where is everybody from? I'm from England, and if you like learning English words, then give my channel a follow. Welcome, everyone. Okie dokie. Well, why don't we begin then? Let's start. We start with A2 words, okay? Yeah, just on TikTok, only TikTok. Good evening, Julia. How are you? Turkmenistan, superb. Welcome. What we do is we start on A2 words, they're the easy ones, and then it gets harder and harder, and we finish with the hardest ones, which are C2 words. Okay, right. Are you ready? If you are ready, just type in A2 for me, and we shall begin. Type in A2, and we shall begin. Okay, Anchor's ready, Andy's ready, superb. All right, Juliet's ready. So, first one's nice and simple. What is a field? Okay, it's a noun, so it's a place. What is a field? The sheep were grazing in the field. What is it? What is it? I'm a teacher in England. Yes, thank you. Field. What is a field? What is one? A meadow. Great, synonym. Farm. A farm could be, yeah, you could have fields on a farm. Superb. What's a field? A camp. A pole, interesting. A field is a pole. Animal farm, okay, yeah, you could have animals in the fields, couldn't you? What is a field? Sometimes they're quite hard to define, these early ones. The field is a place of study. Think about the countryside. A space in the countryside where there are cows sometimes. Yeah, you can have a field full of flowers. Superb, excellent, well done. What is a field, guys? And then can you put it into a sentence? A piece of land where grass grows. Superb. It's a surface, yeah. Speciality, is it? A field? A farmer's field, hello. Yeah, you can definitely have a farmer's field. Superb. Major, is that field? An area without buildings. Superb. Okay, so as I said, I won't spend long on A2 words because we kind of define them quite quickly. A field is an area outside, okay, usually used to grow crops or have livestock or animals on it, okay? Yeah, you could have the medical field, but we are strictly speaking with the countryside today. So in the countryside, you won't see a medical field, okay? Does that make sense, guys? A field, it's usually got grass or heather, or it's got animals on it. A field, you'd see it in the countryside, yeah? No, it doesn't have to be grass. No, you could have a field of roses, okay? You could have a field full of cows, okay? It's just in the countryside which is used for animals or for crops or flowers, to be fair. Okay, does that make sense? Yes, it does. Yes, in that sense it is, but we are sticking with the theme of the countryside. Okay, so we shall now move on to our second A2 word, okay? What do we have here? Oh, very easy. They farm the land near the village. What's a farm then? What is a farm? What is a farm? His father owns most of the fields. That would work before, but thank you. What's a farm? Yeah, F-A-R-M. What is a farm in the countryside? What would you see in a farm? Welcome everybody in the background. A woodlands. That would be an interesting farm. What do you see in a farm? A place where animals are living. Yeah, cows to produce crops. You certainly can on a farm. Superb. Can you put farm into a sentence? They farm the land near the village. Can you do it? Well, we're saying either, okay? You can have a farm, which is the building, yeah? Or to farm, which is the verb, like doing, like a farmer would do. Chickens, yeah, you can have chickens in a farm. You own a farm, do you really? What's in your farm? That's interesting. A place where we grow plants? You absolutely can. Yeah, thanks, Juliet. Cool. So, a farm. The farm, so let's go. I understand what you're asking now. Agricultural land, Cappy's with us, yeah. I don't mind the verb or the noun. I don't mind because it's very simple. A nice simple A2 word. Fruits and vegetables could be. Cows at the farm were playful. Lovely, that's nice. He lived in a farm with his parents. He lived on a farm, okay? Not sure by ship, a farm. Place for farmers, well, a place where farmers work, yeah, to produce crops or harvest. We have peacocks, chickens, and a swimming pool. Oh my goodness, that sounds like a deluxe farm. That sounds amazing. Farm is to work in the field. Yeah, absolutely. That's very kind if you like my accent. It's all about learning English as an additional language. So if you're trying to learn English, follow my channel. I used to live on a horse farm. Did you really? Superb. At Halloween, we can go to a farm to like pick a pumpkin. Yeah, that happens at Halloween, doesn't it? And if you're in the background and you're enjoying this, follow my channel and you can learn lots of insightful English. So a farm. You can have the farm itself, which is the area that has fields and cattle and things like that, and barns, thank you. Or to farm, where you might plant crops to grow, or you might feed livestock like animals to then sadly slaughter them to turn them into meat. Okay. Hello, welcome. We have just done the second A2 word, and that is farm. Does that make sense, guys? Yes, if it does. No, if it doesn't. Thank you for reposting. It really helps so more people can come join us. Okay. Excellent. Yes, that makes sense. Farm is a place to farm. Yes, you're right. You've put the noun and the verb together. Yes. Okay, good. All right. This is our third A2 word. The countryside is peaceful in the morning. Okay. Yeah, you're right. To grow food, you can. Peaceful. P-E-A-C-E-F-U-L. Peaceful. The countryside is peaceful in the morning. Nice, simple A2 word. I know that you know it. So if you know it, put it into a sentence. Calm. Great synonym. Yeah, calm, superb. Quiet. Yeah, excellent. What might that be? To be peaceful. Tranquility, lovely. Quiet, calm. Full, if patient. Silent, quiet. Good morning in Uganda. Quiet. We are on peaceful. What does it mean? Untroubled. Isn't that lovely? Yeah. And if you know what it means, put it into a sentence. Don't ever apologize. It's okay. Relaxing, peaceful, great synonyms. Superb, guys. So can you put peaceful in a sentence? I had a peaceful morning walking through the fields. Can you create a sentence? Thanks for pitting it, Juliet, without noise. Can you create a sentence? Serenity. Excellent, yeah. I love the peacefulness of my village. Superb. My family on my mother's side is from the countryside. That's superb. Can you put peaceful in a sentence? The atmosphere was relaxing and peaceful. Superb. So peaceful means quiet and calm. Yeah? If something is quiet and it's calm, it's peaceful. Okay? A library will be peaceful because it's quiet and it's calm. Does that make sense? The Pacific Ocean is named because of its peace and lack of big waves. Yes, good. Life here is slow and peaceful. Lovely. Excellent. Can anyone else put it into a sentence? I hope that made sense, by the way. If somewhere is peaceful, it's nice and quiet and relaxing. I like peaceful places. It's nice to read a book in a peaceful place. She looks like a peaceful girl. Very friendly. Yeah. Free from noise. Absolutely right. Superb. Does that make sense, guys? Hello. We've just done peaceful. Does that make sense? I practice yoga every week because I feel peaceful. Superb. Yeah, great. I just long for a peaceful place to retire. Yes, indeed. I'm here to learn with you. Superb. Are we all good with that? Yes, if we are. No, if we're not. Okay. Peaceful. Yeah, that's great, Anchor. That's really useful. Thank you. All right. Yes. Okay, so we say goodbye A2 then. Anna's full of peace. So that means we are ready for B1. All right. Just type in B1 and we shall begin. Nice, simple words. This is a beautiful English word that's coming up next, by the way. All right. We walked through a meadow full of flowers. Meadow. What is a meadow? A meadow, we're going to stick with the noun on this one. Okay, well, it is a noun. We walked through the meadow full of flowers. What is it? Ribena, thank you. A field. Field, yeah, good. A meadow, excellent. We got the synonyms already. We walked through a meadow full of flowers. Grassland, excellent. A field, a meadow full of flowers. So I think what I'll do in future is maybe get to the definition quicker. I'm just aware that I've got plenty of C2 learners that might feel let down. Domain, okay. Yeah, a domain of what? What could be in it? A lawn might be involved. Superb, yeah. What might it mean? A meadow. Sward, sorry. Yeah. Hello from Malaysia. Welcome. Garden. Yes, you could have a meadow in your garden. That's for sure. A land covered with grass or flowers. The place where cows are kept. Okay. So a meadow, just to let you know, it's a field covered with grass or wildflowers. Yeah, grass or wildflowers. So many of you will have a meadow in your garden. Yeah, cows graze in the meadow. Yes, they do, Cappy, because they like to eat the grass, don't they? Superb. So a meadow. Can you now put it into a sentence? This is a B1 word. I've said we walked through a meadow full of flowers. What might you put? Field covered with grass or flowers. Slowly, you could walk slowly through a meadow of flowers. A small piece of land with flowers, yeah. We walked through a green meadow. Excellent. What kind of meadow are you going to use in your sentence? We had an amazing picnic on the meadow, or on that meadow, that's fine. Wandering in the meadow. Meadow has to grow naturally. Yes, generally yes. Yes, a meadow. A natural meadow, okay. Sunflowers, okay. Sunflowers meadows. Might you say that there are sunflowers growing in the meadow? The wide meadow looked wonderful in the sun. Beautiful, excellent. I don't know, I'll see how they write. Interesting. All right, are we good with meadow, guys? I've seen some great examples already. After getting used to the American accent, the British accent sounds strange to me. There was no meadow in that, but I understand. So I'll just explain one more time, okay? A meadow is a field covered with grass or flowers, yeah? A field or an area of land in the countryside filled with grass or flowers. Does that make oh my goodness, I just saw undulate. Meadow seems to my meadow seems to undulate during the wind. My meadow seems to undulate when the wind blows. Yeah, beautiful, lovely, superb. Bonjour, yes, I'm very good, thank you. If you're enjoying defining these words and learning about sweet sounding words such as meadow, follow my channel. My house is surrounded by a meadow, superb. On the mountain we found a beautiful meadow, excellent. A field can be wild and it can be cultivated, okay. Both. Does that make sense, guys? Are we good with meadow? Because I want to move on to the next B1 word. Is everyone good with meadow? Let me know. If you are, say yes. If not, say no, and I shall repeat. Meadows. Yeah, there were various meadows in the area. You could, but generally we don't bother. No, okay, so a meadow is like a field, an area of land where flowers grow or grass grows, yeah? That is a meadow. So if you're walking through an area of flowers or a field covered with grass, okay, then it is a rural area, it is a meadow. I hope that makes sense. I'm from England, welcome. And if you like learning from a teacher in England, then follow my channel and you'll learn lots of insightful English. Thank you very much. Don't let that cost you any money though. Okay, Takwa's got it. Okay, superb. Right, we'll move on. This is a nice word. What is, and it's a verb, to wander. To wander, okay? We wandered through the country lanes. We wandered through the meadow. Now, it's spelt wander, W-A-N-D-E-R. It's with an A. Okay, to wander. It's my accent because I'm English. It sounds like there's an O, okay? So to wander. I should say wander, yeah? Make it a bit clearer for you. It's just my accent, you see. Maybe the English accent isn't all perfect. Yeah, I knew you knew it. That's cool. Wandering, superb. To think about something, your mind can wander. Yes, it can. To walk, yeah, that's wandering, isn't it? What's that Tolkien quote? Ah, I love Lord of the Rings. Not all those who are wandering are lost. There we go. To walk slowly. Don't apologise. That's the way it is. Walking at a slow pace. Excellent. Feeling curious. Now, this is wandering, not wondering. Okay, wondering is when you're thinking of things, but wandering is, as you've guessed, to walk slowly. Yeah? To walk slowly is to wander. W-A-N-D-E-R. Yeah? You can wonder while you wander. Oh gosh, I best not make this awkward. I'll confuse you all. Let's stick with wander. W-A-N-D-E-R. A stroll, yeah. So you could sightseeing while you wander, yeah? So while you're walking around, you can sightsee. Thank you, yep, that's it. W-A-N-D-E-R. To roam, yeah. Without a clear goal, just wandering, yeah. Ramble, oh, what a word, what a synonym. Guys, ramble. And before, in a previous session, we did ramblers' rights and rambling. That means to ramble is to walk by wandering in the countryside, yeah? Sheep wander the hills, fantastic. Without a clear direction, superb. Yeah, to wander, not wonder, to wander, okay? To walk in the park, yeah, wandering aimlessly, yeah, fantastic. See how confusing English can be, but you guys are doing really well. If you enjoy understanding wonder and wander, then follow my channel, okay? And you'll learn lots of insightful English. When he thinks about something, he wanders through the room. Yeah, you can do. Don't wander too far away. No, don't wander too far or you'll get lost. Excellent. I wonder why though. Okay, you've changed the word. We're sticking with wander. Okay. I like to wander around the city after the rain. Superb. Excellent. I do not like to wander around a supermarket. I'm wandering with my kids in the mountains. Oh, that sounds lovely. You can safely wander in this forest. Yeah, there's no snakes or deadly spiders, are there? I was wandering through the rainforest. Superb. Well done, everybody. These are great. Does that make sense, to wander? I like wandering in new cities. Yeah, absolutely. Does that make sense? Yes, if it does. No, if it doesn't. To wander means to walk around aimlessly. Yeah, just enjoying the moment. Enjoying the moment, walking around the countryside would be wandering, not wondering. Okay, I wonder if everybody understood that. I hope so. Right, let's move on. Okay, next word. It's our final B1 word, okay? It starts with an R and ends in an E. The word I'm looking for is remote, not a television remote. What does remote mean in the countryside? They lived in a remote farmhouse. But what does remote mean? She's wandering, looking for something. Distant, superb, far away, isolated, far. Brilliant, you've got there, you know it. Far, isolated, great, far away, superb. Isolated, hey Felly, we're on the word remote. What does it mean? If you were in the countryside and you saw a farmhouse that was remote. Cappy's saying isolated, far, outlying. Yeah, brilliant. Superb. You could have remote work, but what would that mean then? Away from towns and cities. Superb. Yeah, if something is remote, a rural village would be. They live in a remote village. Superb. Okay. A common dream is to retire on a remote island. Yeah. Okay. So remote is far away from big cities. Yeah. It's in the distance. Okay. Yeah. We can have a remote control for TV, but we're talking about the adjective remote for the countryside or the island. Can you put it into a sentence? Remote, yeah, go figure that. That doesn't make any sense. But, well, I suppose it does. If you're working remotely from home, you're not based at work. You're based away from work. So it does make sense. I wish I lived in a remote village far from the hustle and bustle of the city. Superb. We travelled to a remote island in the Pacific. I'm jealous. On a remote island. Yeah, fantastic. No worries. I live on a remote farm. Yeah. We live travelling to remote places. We like to live by travelling to remote places. We love to travel to remote places. There we go. He lives in a remote cottage in the countryside. Superb. He chose to have a remote work so he could travel more. Yeah. He chose to have a remote job or to do remote work so he can travel more. Good. I hope to live on a remote farm. Superb. There's a lot of remote farms in France. I can't pronounce that. So that's, sorry, Andy, that's my ignorance. Are we good then with remote? My house is in a remote part of the countryside. I'm jealous. I'm really jealous. Okay. Does that make sense? So remote is when something is far away from towns or cities. Okay. It's far, it's distant, it's far away. Okay. Many people would love a remote job. Okay. They would love it, wouldn't they? Does that make sense? Yes, if it does. No, if it doesn't. And if you are in the background and you're enjoying this live session or you like to learn from a native speaker, follow my channel. Okay. It's all about learning English for adults. Okay, we'll move on then. All right, goodbye B1. Hey, Midnight Composer, how are you? Goodbye B1, hello B2. So it's at this stage, we go up a notch. That means we go up a level. That's an English phrase. Let's go up a notch, okay? That's not the word. We're on to B2. I am parched, how are you? Okay, let's go. So, oh, this is lovely. This is a lovely word. I think many of you haven't heard this, okay? But everyone in England will know what this is. Birds are nestling in the hedgerow. Oh, it's a noun. It's a particular thing, okay? Hedgerow. I'm going to spell it. Hedgerow. 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 What's a hedgerow, guys? Birds were nestling in the hedgerow. What's a hedgerow? Not hydro. It's got nothing to do with water. It's with a hedgerow. G-E-R-O-W. Hedgerow. Yeah, that's it. Hedge and row. Okay, what's a hedgerow? And if you're in the background wondering what's going on, we're learning English as an additional language. I'm a native speaker. Welcome. What is a hedgerow? Windbreak? It can act as a windbreak. Yes, it can. Yeah, brilliant. A row of bushes. Brilliant. A thicket. Yeah, in the thicket of the hedgerow. Superb. What is a hedgerow? What's a hedgerow? Sounds like a hedgehog. We've got hedgehogs. What's a hedgerow? Does a hedgehog live in a hedgerow? I don't know. You tell me. A tree? Similar. Very close. A border made by bushes. Yeah, superb. A hedgerow. What a wonderful word. So it can be trees, but they have to be small. A green fence. Yeah, natural bushes. Okay. I will, Claudia. Birds were sleeping in the hedgerow. Okay. A hedgerow is a line of small trees or bushes. Small trees together or bushes together form a hedgerow. Does that make sense? So the birds were sleeping in the bushes in the hedgerow. A line of bushes or small trees. Shrubs, you could if they were compacted together. Yeah, superb. A hence of bushes. How do you mean? Shrubs, but when they're together. So can you put now hedgerow in a sentence? Laurel is a good hedgerow choice. Oh, I'm not sure what you mean there. Hedgerow. Birds hide inside the green hedgerow. Superb, Cappy. That's so British. I don't even think we have a word for it in German. You may not do. Yeah, hedgerow. It is very British. It's very English, okay? But everyone will know. For example, I would say, I'm just cutting my hedgerow. Make sure you cut your hedgerow so your garden looks nice, yeah? Often in England, a hedgerow is our bushes, not so much trees. A fence of bushes, that is exactly what they are. Hey, Adali, there is a hedgerow between the two farms. Beautiful, yeah, absolutely. Laurel, a type of hedge. Oh, yes, sorry. Yes, you can use that. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry. I was thinking of something else. I saw wild berries in the hedgerow. Did you pick them? Did you eat them? They weren't toxic, were they? I hope not. I can see a beautiful hedgerow out of my window. Lovely. Excellent. There's some words that get deleted. I don't know why. Sometimes TikTok does strange things. Welcome, Colombia. For those that have just joined, we're on the B2 level English word, hedgerow. And what it means is it's a group of bushes together or a group of small trees. If you like learning English, follow my channel. A fence of bushes, yeah. There are many hedgerows that separate my house from my neighbourhood or my house from my neighbour, because neighbourhood is lots of houses, yeah. He has a hedgerow around his fence, super. The farmers trim the thick hedgerow. Yeah, you got to keep your hedgerow trimmed, otherwise your garden will look ugly. Oh my goodness, there's like 14 here. Neighbour, don't apologise, never apologise for mistakes. Mostly it is a living fence. Yeah, brilliant. The hedgerow in the park was perfectly trimmed. Excellent. I don't think the live is lagging. Is the live lagging, anybody? I hope not. Excellent. Right, are we good with hedgerow? White flowers bloom beautifully across the hedgerow. Does that make sense? Oh, we're saying no for the lag, yeah? I don't think it should be lagging because I can't get faster internet, honestly. I could, I don't know, contact the Apollo space station if need be. Right, okay, does that make sense what a hedgerow is? It's a row of bushes or small trees in England. Okay, does that make sense? Yes, it does. Are you sure? Are you sure it makes sense? Are you sure you're sure? All right, let's move on then. That's very kind. Follow my channel. You'll learn lots more insightful English. We've got what we tried to do here is make it fun. And what I'm hoping that's going to happen is that as soon as I get 10,000 followers, which won't be long, what we're going to do is open up some chat rooms so you guys can learn English together because we're a really nice community. I grew up just next to London, which is why I speak quite well. Right, we're moving on. Sorry. Wild ponies roam across the hills. That's another lovely word. What is to roam? What's to roam? Not beautiful Rome in Italy. I'm talking about the verb to do something, to roam. What is to roam the hillside? What is to roam the fields? What does it mean? You've put wander, but wander is what we're looking for with the A. Yeah, to wander is to roam. Superb. I love the way these words are synonyms often of each other. So you can pick up two synonyms easily. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Becky. Yeah. To walk around. Yeah. To roam. Where do you like to roam? Okay, so to roam, R-O-A-M, is to move freely around a large space. Yeah, where do you like to meander? Superb. Where do you like to walk freely, ramble in a large space? Traverse. Superb. You're the synonym queen as usual, Cappy. So wild ponies roam across the hills. Can you put yours into a sentence? I like to roam around the seaside. Great. Can you put it in a sentence? Strolling. Good. Roaming through the mountains. Great. Thanks for the share, guys. More people can come join us. Walkers can roam around gardens in England. Yeah, they can. Stately gardens. Big gardens. I know a couple of you have huge gardens and live in a castle. Right. Place to place. Yeah, you're just walking around. Okay. I like to roam in the countryside. Perfect. My cousin let his pet roam around freely. Perfect. Yeah. I bet many of you have pets that roam around the house. I like to roam around the forest. Good. Hello, Mo. You're right. We're on the word roam. R-O-A-M. To roam, which means to meander, to wander, to walk around, thinking about nothing. Propel. Yeah, not bad, but I don't think it's quite a synonym, okay? Wild horses roam the Green Valley, yeah. The dogs are roaming happily in the park. I'm happy for that because I love dogs. Roaming is good for your health. Yes, it is. To roam means to walk, travel, move around. I like roaming through a crowd, or I like roaming in a crowd, yeah. Put the ing on the back. I was used to roaming. I am used to roaming on my holidays. Great. Okay. I fancy roaming around my house. Why not? Rambling. Good. The cattle are roaming on the pasture. Fantastic. Well done. Okay. Deer often roam in the forest. Yes, they do. If you roam enough, any road can take you to Rome. Do you know what? My granddad was Italian, and guess what he said? Don't worry. He used to roam a lot. This is honest to God a true story. He used to say, he was very old, but used to say, don't worry, we just go for a long walk. Just go for a long walk. If we get lost, we just find a road, and that goes to another road, and we end up in Rome. Then you had two crying children, me and my sister at 5 years old. But Grandad, we don't live in Rome. Anyway, sorry about that. My thoughts are meandering. Your voice is roaming around my ears. I hope it's not killing you. Right, okay. Do we understand Rome? I like roaming in the airport while waiting for my flight. Yeah, I love that as well. Excellent. Okay. I'm into roaming around the beautiful places. Excellent. We're good. So to move freely around a large area is to roam. Are we happy with that? Does that make sense? Ancient tribes used to roam. It's a true story, honestly, true. In Bath, in England. Are we happy with that? Are we good? Yes, we are. Is anyone unsure? I have to say, another one bites the dust. That's a shame. Nonsense. Sorry, guys. There we are. See ya. Does that make sense, everybody? There's nearly 300 of you in the background. If you like learning English, then follow my channel for lots of insightful words. All right, okay. This is a beautiful word. I believe it's French, but whenever I say I think it's French, some clever person, because many of you are, say, actually it's Latin. So I may be wrong here. Okay. We stopped in a picturesque village. Picturesque. I'm going to spell it. Picturesque. Picture, P-I-C-T-U-R-E, S-Q-U-E. Well done, Juliet. Thank you. You type quicker than I can even say it. Beautiful, like a picture. Picturesque. Visually beautiful. Wonderful. Yeah. We stopped in a picturesque village. Yeah, great. Beautiful, vivid, yeah, wonderful descriptions, Juliet. Yeah, what's picturesque? Charming and pretty, superb, wonderful, immortalized like a photo. Oh, poetry there. Scenic, yeah, excellent. My pleasure, you're welcome, no problem. Visually pleasing. Picturesque. Well, yes, it is an adjective because you're describing what a noun looks like, okay? Interesting word. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? I bet many of your gardens are picturesque, okay? You can use it in another sense, okay? When I'm on holiday, I have picturesque thoughts. The picturesque covered bridges of New England. The picturesque bridges covered New England. Yeah, remember you're describing the noun. The Cotswolds, yes, are picturesque, beautiful. You've never heard of it before. That's okay. Don't worry about that. Picturesque. So it's where something is attractive in a charming or traditional way. Okay. If something looks lovely, it is picturesque. So can you put that into a sentence? Don't worry if you misspell it. Can you put it good looking, vivid? Yeah. Can you put it into a sentence? I'm not sure what you mean by 380. It's similar to photogenic. Yes, it is. I hope to buy a house in a picturesque place. So do I. Can we say, yeah, absolutely. And we do say picturesque view. We do. Look at that picturesque view. Yes, we do. Hello, Resh. We're on the B2 level word picturesque. And if you're in the background and wondering what's going on, we're defining English words and learning from them and having a bit of fun. So if you like that, if that floats your boat, idiom, then follow my channel. I love this picturesque landscape of my village. Yeah, picturesque view. Yeah, saying what you're viewing, what you can see looks beautiful. Yeah, traditionally attractive is picturesque, superb. My village is a picturesque place where you can see beautiful landscapes. Brilliant. Remote English villages are picturesque. Yes, they are. Thank you. That's kind. I love to travel to picturesque places. So do I. I was visiting Mrs. Smith in her picturesque mansion. You lucky devil. Okay, I can only read out a couple more. There's so many. My country has a lot of picturesque landscapes. Beautiful. She took a lot of picturesque photos. Attractive. All right. The painter had a picturesque scenery while he was on holiday in Italy. Superb. And that's why I suppose you get many famous artists coming from France and Italy, especially landscape ones in England, because they saw a picturesque view and they decided to colour it. Okay. Well done, guys. The view from the peak was picturesque. I like this house with a picturesque view. Are we all good, guys? Picturesque is attractive in a charming way. There's like 13 messages now, so I can't possibly read them all out. From top of a hill, I saw a picturesque valley. Trust me, I'm reading them and they all look great. In Cornwall, which is a beautiful part of England, there are small picturesque villages. Beautiful. Does that make sense, guys? You seem sleepy. I'm okay, actually. I had a good night's sleep. I actually slept in, which is really naughty of me. All right. Are we good? Does that make sense? Yes, if it does. No, if it doesn't. Yes. And I do apologise if I miss some of your sentences. I'm only human. I try to be as robotic as I can, but I'm only human. All right. So we say bye-bye B2. So say bye B2. See you later B2. We're ready for C1. Okay. And if you enjoy these sessions, follow my channel. It's all about learning English as an additional language for adults in a fun and insightful way. Okay. Awesome. We are on a lovely C1 word. The cattle were moved to fresh pasture. What's pasture? Oh, Pasture. 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 What does that mean? Thank you. Don't let it cost you money though. Okay. Pasture. What does that mean? The cattle were moved to a fresh pasture. What does it mean? Nice and simple. Pasture. What might it mean? Not posture, that's the way that you stand. Pasture. A meadow, yeah, could be. Yeah, it is a certain location. I'll give you a clue. Why are cattle in fresh pasture. Why is it important for pasture to be fresh? What do the cows do on the fields? Okay, on the grass fields. Yeah, superb. Pasture. Meadowland, yeah. No, this is about the countryside today, the theme. They can clean it, but how do they clean it if they clean it? What do? With fresh grass. Excellent, Juliet. Yeah. Where animals are kept. Grass. Yeah, good. Okay, we're getting the idea of grass now. Eat grass. Right, excellent. Think of grass, eating grass, animals, and you've got a pasture. Okay. They want nutrients. Animals eat nutrients when they're moved to a pasture, fresh pasture, okay? Land covered with grass and other low plants suitable for grazing animals like cattle or sheep. That is the definition. So, a pasture, okay, yeah, it's grass covered land where animals eat, yeah, where they graze. Exactly, Juliet. So, where you see cows eating grass, that is a pasture, and that is Pasture. Yeah, land covered with plants and grass where animals can feed. Is that similar in your language? Cool. Can you put that into a sentence? There are usually fences. There are. So I've said the cattle were moved to fresh pasture. Cows are searching for a new fresh pasture. Can you put it into a sentence? Not define it, but put it into a sentence. Do you think you can do that? Pasture. You know it's where cattle eat or animals eat, and they eat fresh grass. Can you put it into a sentence? Grazing land, that's what it is. That's exactly what a pasture is. But can you put it, Anchor, into a sentence? The cows are out in the pasture. Yeah. Horses are feeding quietly in the green pasture. Superb. Oh, he's moving to pastures new. Yeah. Now, that's a metaphor, weirdly enough. I'll try and come back to it at the end. The cows were feeding peacefully in the pasture. Excellent. The pasture is remote from the farm. Yeah, the pasture is a long way away from the farm. The horse is grazing in the pasture. Yeah, animals in Peru go to pasture in very high zones. Yeah, I bet they do. Fascinating. Are you from Peru? Horses are allowed to roam freely across the picturesque green pasture. Yes, Midnight Composer. That's lovely. That's very kind. Let's keep it to the English, please. To pasture could be a verb. Yes, it can be. We are just sticking with pasture, the actual noun, because when you say to pastures new, it will confuse people. Okay. Goats, cows need fresh pasture when they are growing. After the wildfire, the pasture will be greener. Superb. Every day I see the sheep in the green pasture. We let the cows, let the cows go out to the pasture, yeah. The kettle needs to be moved to a new pasture. Well, no, because the kettle's not eating grass, okay? The farmers had to build a fence around the pasture. Superb. Excellent. If you like learning English, follow my channel and you'll learn lots of insightful words, such as pasture. The farmer guided the cows to the nearest pasture. Superb. Brilliant. Okay. I learned a phrase, I can't answer that particular question. Just send me a message. When you call it a meadow or pasture, a trim will be required all the same. Yes, it will. Okay, you would have to maybe give it a trim. Excellent. Okay, pasture. It's, yeah, grass-covered land where animals feed. Does that make sense? Yes, if it does. No, if it doesn't. I'm sorry, I can't read every single one. In the past, children were responsible to take cows to the pasture. Yeah, excellent. Out to pasture. The farmer takes the cows out to graze in the fresh pasture. Superb. All right, are we good? Yes, yes, yes. I do my best to read as many as I can. All right. And if you enjoy learning English, follow my channel. We'll soon be at 10,000, and then we can have our own classes where we can all just meet up and talk English. Okay, that's the dream. Right, okay, I expect every one of you to get this correct. Okay, let me have a sip. If you get this wrong, I'll jump out the window. I won't jump out the window. Please don't report me. Okay, here we go. We are looking at the C1 word, and it's the verb, and you've heard this before, all right? The river meanders through the valley. Now, I'm putting some words we've done before because I'm hoping that you're going to remember them. There's not much point in these lives if we don't retain the words. So what does meander mean? To meander. What does it mean? What does it mean to meander? What does it mean? Meander. Thanks for spelling it, Juliet. Perfect. Thank you. To meander. What does it mean? Circling. To roam. Yeah, excellent. Meander. What does it mean? Many of you should know this from previous lives. It bends. Yeah, it does, Cappy. It absolutely does. The river meanders through the valley. Zigzag. Great. You've remembered. Roaming around. Yeah, good. To curve. Flows in the length of. Yeah, it flows left and right. Superb. All right. Okay then. Okay, hot shot. That's what, it's kind of an American term, hot shot, but we use it in England as well. Okay, hot shot. That means, okay, you think you're number one. Can you put meander into a sentence, please? Meander. It means to flow in a winding route. Yeah. If it meanders, it doesn't go straight this way. It goes left and right like a zigzag. Okay. If you enjoy learning words such as meander, follow my channel. That's okay. That's good. Sugar tail. That's perfect. Okay. That's what we're here for. To meander. We love to roam and meander through the picturesque green pasture. Good God, Midnight Composer. That's beautiful. The river forms beautiful meanders here. Oh, I bet it does. The road meanders through the mountain. Yeah, that would be a lovely drive. We like meandering through the bridge with picturesque scenery. Meandering, you can meander through the bridge. I would say under the bridge, maybe, if that's what you're thinking. Can you say this? Yeah, I can. Meander. Meander. M-E-A-N-D-E-R. To meander. It's like a zigzag, to move like that. The river has several meanders. But we're saying the verb to meander. So when you're actually doing something. Oh gosh, that's awful, but it can happen. He drove drunk and he meandered all over the streets. Thank you. You're welcome. Meander. Meanders looks like from the aeroplane. What do you mean? So we're not saying meanders is a noun. We're saying meanders is the verb, okay? To do, okay? To twist and turn. Yeah, so can you put meander? Many people meander home after having a few drinks at the pub. So meander is just saying where you've got a zigzag. Snakes meander across the desert because snakes move in a zigzag. Can you write one out for me? She began doodling, letting her pen meander across the page. Yeah, brilliant. Roads do meander, yeah, because roads can go like that in the countryside. So meander, the stream meanders through the forest. Great. I like to meander in the park or through the park. Yeah, excellent. The meandering river is important to provide water to all fields. Superb. So it's to flow in a zigzag in a winding way. Does that make sense? Okay. A snake meanders on the ground. Yes, it does. Superb. Well done, everybody. If it makes sense, say yes. If it doesn't, say no. And if you haven't followed my channel yet, follow my channel and you'll learn lots of English vocabulary from a native speaker, such as me. Yes, superb. All right, great. We will move on to then. This is a lovely English word as well. I feel like I keep saying that, don't I? That's probably my catchphrase. Oh, this is a lovely English word. But it is, okay? Wolves meander through the forest in pursuit of prey. Superb, yes they do. All right. She stayed in an idyllic cottage. Idyllic. I'm going to spell it. Idyllic cottage. I-D-Y-L-L-I-C. Idyllic. Idyllic. I-D-Y-L-L-I-C. Idyllic. Yeah, that's it, S. That's it, Cappy. Yeah, Anna. Great. So what is an idyllic cottage? Okay, we know it's an adjective because I'm just describing the cottage, which is a noun. What is idyllic? Dreamy, picturesque, yeah, superb. Dreamy is good, beautiful, excellent. Idyllic, beautiful, cozy, magical. We match together in an idyllic way. You could use it in that sense. Peaceful. Arcadian, yeah, superb. A little cottage. It's an idyllic college. Think of, yeah, ideal. That will help you. Idyllic. Peacefully beautiful. Yeah, superb. Whimsical, somewhat. I'm English, welcome. An adjective used to describe something that is extremely peaceful, beautiful, and happy. Again, is that another Greek root? Superb, Ali. Thank you. You're like the Greek master, I think. Serene. Excellent. Lovely synonym. Surrounded by beautiful scenery. You've got it. Okay. I think we've got it now. So idyllic is an extremely peaceful or beautiful place. Yeah. If something is idyllic. Now, can you describe somewhere that's idyllic in a sentence? I bet you can. And if you haven't followed me yet and love learning words such as idyllic, then pop it in, follow me live, sorry. The meadow looked idyllic at the sunset. Beautiful. Teach, I'm just known as Teach. I had an idyllic childhood. Beautiful, Sassy, you can use it in that sense. We found an idyllic spot near the river. I love that. A little park that is beautiful by the river. London vibe is idyllic. Yes, it can be. Depends where in London you live. When I was in London, where I lived, it was rather idyllic. Out from crowded places. Hello, so we are on, if you've just joined us, the C1 level word, idyllic, and it means extremely peaceful, beautiful, pleasant, okay? We have an idyllic museum in our beautiful country. Greece has a lot of idyllic landscapes, absolutely, I bet it does. That valley is an idyllic place for a picnic. Yeah, superb. This place is perfect for stressful people because it's quiet and idyllic. During our vacation, we discovered an idyllic and lush pasture where a small river meanders through. Brilliant, Ale. I think you and the Midnight Composer are good fitting as many of the words we've learnt today in a sentence. We take a trip to the idyllic countryside to roam around the forest. Yeah. When I sat on my garden bench, there was an idyllic view. Wonderful. I wandered in the forest and found idyllic hedges full of deers. No, something full of deers. It was an idyllic day, warm sunshine, clear skies, no noise at all. Excellent. The teenagers were wandering through the idyllic landscape. Superb. And I'm glad that you said wandering, not wondering. Okay. The holiday film was set in an idyllic village in England. I don't know that film, but I bet it was. Excellent. No, you can have an idyllic idea. So you don't just have to use this with like the countryside or places, yeah? If you have an idyllic idea, you have a beautiful, nice looking idea. Does that make sense? Is that Cloverley? Is an idyllic village in Devon? Sounds lovely. People in the class were suspiciously idyllic. That's a story in itself. Okay. The Koi Pond is an idyllic place for me. Brilliant. Okay. I escaped from the city to an idyllic village where I can find peace. Superb. Teach is an idyllic British. Okay. I think I kind of know what you're saying. I can speak in an idyllic way. I hope. Okay, right. I shall continue. Is everyone good with idyllic? Okay. It's not only for open areas. No. Idyllic just means something that is peaceful, beautiful, pleasant. Okay. So you can have an idyllic dream. Yeah. You can have an idyllic dream, a beautiful dream. Yeah. We offer an idyllic escape from the country noise on our small farm. Sounds lovely. Okay, are we good? Yes, sorry. It takes me a while to actually get down to everybody, but you're doing brilliantly, guys. And if you haven't followed me already, give me a follow because we learn lots of lovely English. All right. Well, that's it, isn't it? That's it. We've done C1. So we say C1, goodbye. Take care if you're off. Have a lovely day. Thank you very much. So we say goodbye, C1. And we say hello, C2. Now, C2 obviously is the trickiest of all of the English words. Okay, so just stay with me. All right. And one of these words, the final one, if you've been to my lives before, you might very well know. And it's just this first one that I think will stump many of you, but that's okay. You've just not heard it yet. Okay. All right. They followed a path through the sylvan landscape. They followed the path through the sylvan landscape. I'm going to spell it. Sylvan. Cappy's beating me to it, okay? But what is a sylvan landscape? It's Sylvan. We say it sylvan, okay? Yeah, it looks like it should be spelt with an I, but it's not, okay? Sylvan. Sylvan. So what is sylvan? What am I talking about roughly? It is a beautiful word, isn't it? In England, has anyone heard of Sylvanian family? They're little toys that my sister used to play with. If you have, sylvan is from that. Oh, wooded, forest, full of trees. Look at you guys, wooded, yeah. How did you get that? Well done. Hills, woody, excellent, wooded, superb, wood. Well done. Bushed, very close, very, very close. So, sylvan. By the way, has anyone heard of the Sylvanian families? There must be one of you. There must be one of you. But anyway, Sylvanian families, it comes from sylvan, the word, okay? And we've just said that sylvan is talking about woods in the countryside. So yeah, so sylvan landscapes would be full of trees, okay? Sylvan landscapes would be full of trees, okay? So they followed a path through the sylvan landscape. That means they walked through a wooded area. Ah, good. I'm not going mad. Yeah, you know about them. Your child has them. Yeah, I buy them for my best friend's little daughter. She loves them. All right. So that is from those Sylvanian family then must live in a wooded area because it's sylvan. Yeah, it's in the countryside, but it relates to the woods, wooded areas. They walk along a quiet sylvan path. Doesn't that sound beautiful? Yes, it does. Can you guys put it into a sentence? Can you put sylvan into... I'm walking through a sylvan landscape. Yeah. Bears are playing on a sylvan area. Yeah, superb. Anything that plays in the woods is playing in a sylvan area. Lovely word, isn't it? Sylvan. Landscape filled with trees. Yeah, can you put sylvan now into a sentence? Cappy can. The cottage has a beautiful sylvan setting. Yeah, lovely. Or the yeah, absolutely, is within a beautiful sylvan setting. It is the beginning of Dante's Inferno. We got lost. Okay, I didn't see sylvan. Canary Islands have sylvan woods. Now, because we know that sylvan is describing woods, forget the woods. You choose a different word. The Canary Islands have sylvan landscapes or sylvan areas, yeah? It just says more. Excellent. I am roaming the Sylvian place, yeah. Or I am roaming through the Sylvian area. I love wandering in sylvan areas, so do I. Wandering, well done, not wondering. If you're in the background and wondering what we're doing, we're not wandering. You may be wondering. We are learning English words and making them our own, okay? It comes from Latin. There's always one. Does it really? That's fantastic. Thank you for letting me know, though. He loves sylvan places because he can relax in this kind of place. A sylvan lake was hidden behind the hills. Lovely. So you can imagine a lake in the woodlands. Okay. Does that make sense, guys? A savanna, not quite. A savanna isn't always associated with woods. Does that make sense? The movie Twilight was a film in sylvan places. Yeah. Excellent. I will buy a Sylvanian forest. Oh, for goodness me, you've got a lot of money. Okay. I've never been to a sylvan place as I live in Central Asia, which is full of deserts. That is outstanding. Well done. The small wooden house rests in a lovely sylvan setting, hidden among tall trees and green hills. Isn't that lovely, Mo? Well done. Right, is everyone good on sylvan? Does that make sense? Yes, if it does. No, if it doesn't. Does that make sense? I didn't expect the island to be such a sylvan place. Yeah. Beautiful. Lovely word, isn't it? Quite easy as well. Sylvan. I think that's my favourite word of today, I must admit, of all the words. Okay. Next one. Now, the painting depicts a pastoral, okay, pastoral scene, okay? So, sorry, pastoral, I should say, pastoral. The painting depicts a pastoral scene, Pastoral, pastoral scene, okay? Pastoral, pastoral, that's it. What does it mean, pastoral? What might it mean? It's an adjective, okay? So it's describing something. So the painting depicts a pastoral scene. So what does it mean? Pastoral, pastoral. Pasture, interesting, because we've got pasture. It sounds like pasture, doesn't it? What might it mean? Flowers would be there, full of pasture. Interesting. Good. What would it look like? Okay, what I'm saying is the painting shows a pastoral scene. So what does it mean? A scene from the countryside. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Scenery. Yeah. Superb. Related to life in the countryside. Yeah, absolutely. Is it a good scene? Is it a bad scene? Thank you very much. Make sure that doesn't cost you any money, please. What does it mean? Rural. Yeah, it would be in a rural area. Yeah, beautiful. I just saw that flash up. Think of beauty. The artist painted a beautiful pastoral scene showing cows grazing in a green valley. Yeah. So think, okay, pastoral, okay. Think beautiful. Yeah. Pastoral, beautiful. Dead easy now, okay. The painting depicts a pastoral scene. That means that the scene that the artist has created is beautiful. Provincial, I bet it, yeah, it would be. Where is Julia? I don't know. Nature, a beautiful scene. Yeah, that would be pastoral, traditional, a good scene. Shepherds and animals could be in it, but it's a beautiful one. Okay, another one bites the dust, guys. So silly that I have to block so quickly. Sorry about that. I love this beautiful pastoral scenery. Yeah, related to life in the countryside. Well done, Cappy. Peaceful rural environment. Can you put it into a sentence, guys? Can you try and put that into a sentence? For some reason, I can no longer swipe down. What's that about? Now I'm adjusting the light. That's no good, is it? The trick is not to panic. I've sorted it now. Beautiful nature. Yeah, well, if the grass is beautiful, then yes, pastoral. Can we say nature? Well, a pastoral, okay, think about it. It's the adjective. So if something has to be pastoral. And by pastoral, we're just saying beautiful. The cows, okay? The cows could be in a pastoral scene, okay? Oh, what's this? Caravaggio's paintings often show a pastoral scene. Yeah, they do, don't they? They do. Many famous landscape artists draw pastoral scenes, beautiful scenes, yeah? Hope this makes sense. The picture represents a tranquil pastoral landscape. Beautiful. When I looked at a pastoral picture, my eyes relaxed and I imagined the life there. Wonderful. Excellent. Superb. Someone again is filling the feed with fanciful nonsense. Okay. Some artists are specialised on painting pastoral scenes. Yeah, superb. Pastoral landscapes make me feel at ease. They do with me as well. The small uninhabited cottage stood in a pastoral village. Superb. Excellent, guys. You've done really well there. Okay. Does that make sense? We drove through the gentle hills and green fields and enjoyed the quiet pastoral view. Okay, are we good with that? Say yes if you are, no if you're not. I know that I've missed about 20 of you. I'm sorry. There's only so many I can possibly read out. As much as I would love to be with you guys for 10 hours, I can't go as long as that. Yeah, love the pastoral scenes. Superb. Does that make sense, guys? I think you've all got there. I really do. Okay. Yes. Well, so we're on to our final C2 word. Nature is a topic. Yeah, nature. In England, we say the countryside. Yeah, countryside just means like rural areas where there's like trees, plants, fields, cows. We call it the countryside. Okay. If you want, guys, and I think I promised earlier, didn't I? I'll get this uploaded to YouTube as well. I am on YouTube, so some of the previous lives are on there. So it's useful if you just have forgotten a word. Or if you want to go to a word such as wander. What was he talking about when he said wandering versus wondering? Interesting. All right. We are on to our final word. If you're ready for the final word, type in final for me, because I have a Ribena and it has a date with my mouth. Right. Okay. Here we go. Some of you have heard this word before, so this will be interesting to see if you've remembered. I'm going to be watching you to make sure you've remembered. All right. Okay. The valley was lush and verdant after the rain. Oh my goodness. What did he just say? He just said verdant. 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 Okay. The YouTube, it's just my handle. It's the same handle. Okay. It's the same handle. Yeah, exactly the same. Actually, is it? My handle with UK on it, I think. All right. Okay, we're back to verdant. Let's see. Vibrant and green. Yes, verdant. Anyone else? Verdant. What does it mean? Thanks for the share, guys. If you enjoy learning words such as verdant and lots of other English words, follow my channel. Juliet's back. Don't worry. You don't have to worry, guys. Someone was worrying that you were gone. Verdant. What does it mean? Yeah, only one E and UK at the end. Thank you. Full of grass, plants and flowers. Yes. Full of water and green. Yes. Green. Yes. Land with green grass and plants. Yes. Well done. Superb. Verdant. It's a beautiful word. Not vermin. Verdant. If someone could pin the YouTube handle, it's English Made Easy UK, but with one E. What an amazing word. Yes. Yeah, it's lovely. The grass is mostly verdant in the UK because it rains so much. Yes. Comes from the old French word. Not Latin this time. Vert, I think it's vert, meaning green, which tracks back to the Latin word. Oh, there we go, back to Latin. Thanks for putting that, Andy. That's great. Yeah, that's the YouTube handle. All right. The verdant, the park was verdant in the spring. So the valley was lush and verdant after the rain. Okay. So that means it's green and has lots of vegetation. It's healthy. Yeah. Excellent. Can you put that in a sentence now? Lush vegetation, yeah, it's beautiful, it's verdant, it's green. A good field will be abundantly verdant. After the rain, the verdant garden smelt astonishing. Greenery, yes. So if there are blooms, it's verdant, not pastoral. You can use them. Yes, okay. But where you're no, because verdant strictly is lush vegetation, okay? And when you say blooms, we're thinking of flowers. Can we say greenery? Yes, okay? So, for example, the valley was lush and verdant after the rain. So what it's saying, it's very green, yeah? It's very healthy. I love the verdant scenery in Scotland. Beautiful. You're ready to eat. Great. How many people here are going to have a verdant salad? I wouldn't use it in that respect. Okay. If you enjoy learning English, welcome. You're at the end, but follow my channel. You'll learn lots more. The hills were covered in verdant grass and wild flowers. Yes. with the heat wave, the landscape is not verdant anymore. Thank you, Andy. You've used that and tilted it. I love it. In spring, all those landscapes became verdant. Yes, because the rain came. We discovered an idyllic and verdant pasture where a clear river meanders through the sylvan landscape. All right. Well done, Ale. Send that in a message, I think, and then maybe I'll put it on a story or something, because I think you've combined the most there. I'd love to have a picnic in a verdant garden. Absolutely. You want a nice, green, lush garden. Thanks for the hearts, guys, but don't let it cost you money, please. Fields in England are verdant. At the moment, they're not, but generally they are. We haven't had much rain, okay? Awesome. The verdant Amazon forest is one of the most impeccable places in the world. Superb. They climbed a verdant mountain. Yeah, absolutely. The mountain was green, yeah, and full of vegetation, full of growth, yeah? Verdant valleys, lovely alliteration. Yes, sorry, Hajir, but don't worry. I will be here tomorrow morning. Okay, right. My balcony is always verdant in the summer. You guys have been amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Does that make sense? Verdant. Does that make sense? Please say it does. In English, it has been used since the 16th century. I didn't know that. Didn't know that specific date. What time tomorrow? Let me think. For anyone that lives in England, I need to go to B&M tomorrow to buy more paint. What should I say? If I said, is 7:30 UK time too early? Is 7:30 UK time too early? Is that too early, 7:30? Or is like 8 or 9? How about 9 o'clock? Is 9 o'clock okay? 9 o'clock. Is 9 okay? Is 9 okay? That's kind, don't worry, I will rest, don't you worry. I snore like a trooper. It's okay. All right, 9. I'll do 9, because then that means I can get to the shop for 8 and then get back here, do all my makeup, yeah, and wear my costume ready. All right. I'm joking, by the way. Okay, 9 it is. Have a lovely evening, sleep well, and have a lovely night's sleep. And I will makeup lesson. Oh my God, could you imagine? I have no idea. I don't know how you ladies wear makeup, by the way. It seems like such a faff. And there's an English word for you, a faff. You can't be faffing around doing makeup. Like a faff means to be annoying, an irritation. Oh, that's faffy. That must be really annoying, a faff. But that, again, I've got to stop. I've got to stop teaching. Have a lovely evening, guys. Take care. If you haven't followed me so far, follow my channel. See you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Bang. That's it.